Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. Now in this video I'll be reviewing the T-54 lightweight and I'll be showing you some gameplay. When I got this tank, I got it for the armor. I said, hey, 160 on the turret, this must be a really nice light tank. Well, it is, but when you're fighting in skirmishes and team battles and ESO, no, it's not gonna work. They all use gold. It's better. I mean, you're not gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna bounce the shot in ESO with tanks that are using gold. You have a very small chance of bouncing. Anyway, the hull 80. If you angle it like this, you have 160, and let me tell you, the 3090 has 170. So the hull armor in front here is sloped. It has 80, but it's not really good. The LTTB actually has 90 on the hull. So I'm just saying that the frontal part is kind of bad. The side armor has 60. Now what I've noticed with this tank is I sometimes trick them in, I side scrape, so I trick them in shooting and I get these stupid angles and they actually shoot at my tracks. And it's better like this than go out to your hull, because with your hull, depending on what tank you're fighting, you don't really have any chance of bouncing. But with the side scrape, you do have a small chance of bouncing the shot, so it's better off to, depending on the situation, to side scrape than to go out directly with your hull to take the shot. So next it's the turret. The turret has 160. Now when you're fighting other light tanks, because that's where you're going to use this turret, or tanks with low penetration, these here are auto bounce. These are your weak spots on the turret. They're going to shoot here and they're going to penetrate. The gun method is decent, but yeah, this being a light tank, you're going to move a lot, so they don't have a chance of aiming these spots. That's how you want to play this tank, hull down. And about hull down, it has -5 gun depression, so it's not really that good. It's not an STB or an FV4202 with -10, so -5, it's not that good. You're not gonna have a lot of spots to actually use this shirt, but there are spots where you can use this -5. Actually, I think there's a few of them pretty good on some maps there. Actually, yeah, if you know the maps pretty well, there are spots where you can use on almost any map with -5 gun depression. Though it's easier to use them in a medium tank than a light tank, you know, because in a light tank you go on a flank and go hull down and you're fighting an E100, which is not where you want to use this turret in. Anyway, so this is the strange part about this tank, because it has this armor. When you're fighting tier 10, it doesn't matter, this armor, it's shit. But when you're fighting tier 8 and 9s with stock guns and, you know, bad players, it's pretty good. It's decent, so if you know how to use it. So when you're fighting tier 10, you change your playstyle to a light tank, and when you're fighting lower tiers, you change to a medium light hybrid tank, something like that. So it's a pretty weird tank when you're playing it. You have to really know what you're doing with it. Okay, so keep this in mind. Hull shit. Try and side scrape sometime. Be very careful not to angle like this, because that's retarded. Turret armor decent versus light tanks and other stuff with low penetration, but yeah. Anyway, let's see the mobility on this tank, because it's important. 69 top speed, traverse speed 50. Now let me tell you about this traverse speed. It's kind of retarded, because you can barely control the tank sometimes. When you go at high speeds, it's kind of weird, because it has so good traverse speed that it's just moving left and right really fast. Sometimes it's kind of hard to control it. It gets to 65 really fast, and it's a very agile tank, very mobile. It doesn't have any problem there. I think when it was now it was buffed, but when I got it, kind of felt a little bit kind of sluggish, but now it's really great. The view range on it is 390, and that's why I use it. I don't use it every time as I use it like medium light tank hybrid, and I don't really use it as a pure scout, because 390 base, I don't want to use it as a pure scout. I'm better off using my 3090. Anyway, so because of that view range, I got myself a different setup on this tank, and that was with combat rations and ventilation and burden arms. What these does is increase the effectiveness of this gun. It also increases your view range and increases your mobility as well. So my view range right now is 436, you can see here, and I do have situational awareness and eagle eye, but they're not 100%. So I think I'll get like 440, 445 maybe. About the gun, because if you're gonna play this as a medium light tank hybrid, you're gonna need this gun, obviously. Rate of fire 8 rounds per minute. It has decent DPM, 175 penetration. It's not that good when you're fighting tier 10s, but it's good at penetrating, not that good at penetrating sidearm or the E75 or the E100, but it's decent. You can work with it. It's not a very big problem. You also have APCR, so APCR has 235. It's good. With 235 you can penetrate the side of any tank. You know, the mouse is gonna be hard, but apart from the mouse, any tank you can pen with 235. And yeah, like American heavies, mediums, you can do with normal rounds, no problem. And other tanks, of course. So it depends how you manage your ammo, how you change it, how you're gonna be effective in your game. Obviously, shooting at the side of E100 with 175, it's not that good. But yeah, you shoot it with APCR. If you meet at E5, you shoot it with normal rounds, because APCR is just overkill. Anyway, the dispersion is 0.38. Now it's the accuracy, I'm sad to say, but it's not that good on it. It actually feels like 0.38. It's kind of bad. Aim time 2.2, and let's compare the 3090. The 3090 has free aim time. T-54, you can actually do clutch shots, and you can manage to hit targets depending on your speed and the distance the enemy is, but you can do clutch shots with it. But sometimes this accuracy comes into play and it fucks up your accuracy, and you get really mad. But you can do clutch shots. You're not gonna hitting 100% of your shots, but you can do it. I'm gonna show you that in a video. Because I've got all these things, burden arms, ventilation, I have better aim time, and it's even better, you know, at doing these shots. And also the dispersion on the move is decent, but think about it, you're going with 69, 65 kilometers per hour. It's gonna be hard to hit at those speeds. Okay, but when you go back and forward from, you know, hold down position, when you only get like 15 kilometers per hour, you can do clutch shots there. Anyway, what else? Okay, one more thing about this tank, and that is the weight. I'm not gonna show you all the tanks, but this is like the heaviest from everything I have here. T490, RU, and 3090 Wheezy. This is the most heavy. This is the heaviest tank of them. And you want to ram when you meet these light tanks. When you meet other light tanks, just go in for the ram, because you do more damage to them than they will do to you. Also, you have 80 hull armor, so yeah, like an RU has what? Frontally 25 armor. So you have the advantage of the armor and of the weight. Go for the ram when you meet light tanks. Of course, when you see the awful Panther, you don't go for the ram. It's not a very good idea, because that thing is just really heavy. It's like ramming a Panther. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this tank. I'll show you some games and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so we're on Himmelsdorf, and this is a tier 10 game. What do we got here? They have 2 bad jets. They'll probably go kill Lorraine. They have a U100 as well, T-57. 3 light tanks. So there's a lot of tanks here that I could bounce, and there's a lot of tanks that could simply destroy me. So I got spotted there, and I stopped here. Then I go forward because I don't know who spotted me. Yes, that RU. And I'm trying to get a shot on this RU from the windows right now. I know there are windows here, but I missed them. So I know the windows, and I can shoot him while he passes. I didn't get a shot there because I was stupid and I aimed very bad. Anyway, so here I'm trying to get a spot now to see exactly what happens. I see that T-49. I'm trying to get a shot at him. Unfortunately, he aims at me as well and hits me. Now I notice he has the stock gun. 55 damage, and I quickly run away from here. Reason is, there's a Batchet behind me. He's on top of hill and he just shot the Conqueror. Good thing I ran away. Could just clip me from there, and I don't want to lose my hit points early on in the game. With light tanks, you want to survive as much as possible, because in the end game you're really powerful as a light tank. Anyway, so I'm going here just to support my teammate that is on top of hill. And you will see right now what I'm talking about, that you will notice that 0.38. So I want to do a shot at the RU, and it goes where I kind of aimed it. It kind of goes into track. Now this was weird. It actually showed that I hit the wall, but it said bounce. So I'm trying to hit this guy now, and the shot was too low. I see this T-57 trying to aim at it here. The shot went too low as well. So you can clearly see it's not very good at sniping. And now I get a good shot at it. Now I'm gonna get a new one. If you shoot exactly what I shot now, you don't really penetrate the turret, guys. You just, the shell ricochets off the back of his turret, and then it ricochets into the engine. That's funny. Anyway, the RU took a shot at me. I know I'll reload faster because I have these combat ration and vents in Dia. Anyway, I backed off from there. There's no point. Now the guys are coming down from the hill, so I'm trying to maybe get some free shots on them here at this corner. Now I see there's a T-54 coming down here, so I want to take some shots at him. I cannot take shots at that guy, but there's a T-54. Now I shoot a normal round and I bounced, and I'm switching to APCR. The thing is, you're not really a medium tank. You're a light tank still, so you don't want to do what I'm doing here. And I'm engaging the T-54, and he will simply shoot me to bits. He shot the wall because I was side scraping and he missed me. Now I'm doing a stupid mistake and I'm going in a stupid side scrape, and he pens me. I should have angled a bit more, but I put another shot into him, and now he's one shot. Now I don't know what's behind the corner, and there we go. The T-57 spots the T-30. I tracked him. I tried to track him actually, but that probably made his track yellow. So next time it comes out, I can track him with damage. I'm gonna side scrape a little bit here, and there you go. I tracked him, and he missed me again, I think. No, he didn't. He didn't even shoot. He shot the T-57. Now I take out the T-54. That T-57 missed me. Now I quickly run away from here. The reason is I see on the minimap a T-49 pushing out Tortoise, which is alone. And I want to take this guy out before he does too much damage. Now I know he has a stock gun, so I'm going to go in for the ram and damage. I do 160 something damage to him. I ram him again for 39. And he is simply out. I repair my gun because he kind of damaged my gun with high explosive. Now here is where I get really frustrated. The tank is it's low profile, so you cannot shoot from this window. I tried to shoot that Batchet, but I just failed. Now I see that someone is capping. It's the T-57, so I'm gonna try and decap him. I'm not gonna stop at this corner and try and exchange shots with him. I'm gonna quickly pass here, maybe take a clutch shot at him. And there we go. I managed to reset the guy. That was a pretty lucky shot, to be honest, but it worked. That was good. I'm gonna go behind him because he's gonna get I have my E75 there with my platoon buddy, and he's keeping him busy. He ran away, and I'm gonna go surprise him from the back, do another clutch shot here, and I managed to do damage to him and track him at the same time on the move. And this kind of shows you the all this tank can do on the move. Now they may have been lucky shots, but they do work with this tank. And I'm really here not trying to like do these stupid things. I'm really trying to keep my tank straight. It's kind of hard to actually you know, control this tank. This is another clutch shot here, another shot on the move. And they do work pretty well. Now I'm gonna trick this artillery here. I'm gonna go on this street, wait to get unspotted, and break this barrel in case he has any mods. And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go behind him. If things worked out good, yeah, he's aiming on the other side. Okay, this was Himmelsdorf game. Now I'm trying to do the same thing with the other artillery. I think he's on the K line, but he will not be there. I'll show you exactly where he is. I mean, you'll see on the map, he'll get spotted. So I thought he was on the right here, but no, he got spotted there. He's not here. Anyway, I killed that RT. And now we're on Fisherman's Bay, and I forgot to mention to you guys something. This gun has a flaw. It has poor shell velocity. What that means is when you try and snipe at a big distance, it doesn't really work because the shell gets an arch. And when it gets an arch, you can't really lead your targets. Now this VK didn't really shoot me. I don't know why. Maybe he didn't have gun depression. But anyway, I usually go to this house when playing mediums. Now I have this tree that I didn't yet put down. I'm not gonna put it down yet. There's a tree around the house. I'm gonna put it down in like 1 minute or something like that. I'm trying to get shots here, and this is where gun velocity helps me instead of fucking up my game. That shell didn't hit his cupola, it hit his turret, but the shell velocity worked for me right now because it goes. Oh, what is this guy doing? So I failed to actually angle my tank in a side scrape. I'm gonna side scrape this guy. This is a low tier, and you see I bounced a shot. You can easily bounce 12 tons. Now I noticed that E75, so I'm gonna put the tree down, giving me more camo. I see this T-54. I'm gonna try to take a clutch shot at it. It didn't work. Okay, I put the tree down, and I now have more camouflage. I'm not gonna break the house just yet. I'm gonna wait to take a shot at this guy and see exactly what he's doing. Because if he's staying there with his side, I could just shoot him through the house and the destroyable building. And I take a shot at him, and I'm looking behind to see if I can take some shots at the T49. I do not want the T49 to surprise me with 1000 damage. That was, or 800, how much I have left. I want to kill him. I can't. So I'm gonna go back to Mr. E75 here. Now, I shoot the house down, and I'm gonna take shots at him. He didn't spot me. So I quickly switched to APCR because right now if you look at him, he's at a little bit of an angle, so I'm trying to I changed to APCR so I can hit him. Now he tries a clutch shot. It didn't take too much time for him to aim, and he missed me. And now I'm trying to put shots into him. I'll obviously kill him. There's another shot. Now here is where I try something. I try to shoot his turret, which I shouldn't do, but he angles his tank pretty well. Let's see. There we go. Now I thought I could pen that, but it didn't go in. Now Mr. 12 tons here tries to go through the map. He's trying to do this active spotting of his. I shoot him with an APCR in the back of the tank. I think that was overkill. And now I quickly switch to normal rounds because we have an IS-8, and an IS-8 I can pen him easily with my 175. Mr. CDC here. I tried to take the shot. I should have aimed it lower. And Mr. IS-8 is not really paying attention. He could have shot me here. I don't have any sixth sense right now on this tank, so this was a poor shot. No, it was a clutch shot, but it went really up. I tried to shoot the lower plate, it doesn't go in. But I'm going to kill this IS-8 soon. I shoot the lower plate now. 260 alpha. That was good. And I managed to take him out. Now, what I said about that gun velocity is that, like, at 500 meters, you can't do a lot. And sometimes when targets are moving fast, you need to lead them. you know, it's really hard to lead targets when you have bad shell velocity. And they killed the T-25 AT. Now I'm gonna stay in the middle here, though I should attack the CDC and go after him. I want to secure my base, you know, make sure the base is secure and they're not pushing there towards the cap. Now this is where the accuracy fails. So you see, that was because of gun velocity. I should have killed that guy, but because I'm aiming not on him, my shell went above him and went behind him. Now that guy got killed, and we have another tank there. He's not coming out. And that is the flaw of this gun, that shell velocity is really bad and you can't really snipe at big distances. Here I see the CDC, and if I try to do a blind shot, you'll see exactly how the shell goes, you see? With an arch. So it's really hard, it's really hard to do blind shots with it as well. So 704 gets spotted in the back here. I'm trying to put some shots into him. And the accuracy is still not in my favor. Didn't go exactly what I aimed at. But this shell actually hit him, this blind shot. And I'm gonna try and put another shot into him, and someone else kills him. Okay, now the only thing to do is to go after the CDC. Trying to see here, I was trying to see if I get spotted. I'm not getting spotted. And I'm just gonna go forward. The only shells I have left are 2 APCR, 5 APCR, and 2 high explosives. So I'm just gonna shoot this guy with 1 APCR, and then use the high explosive on the artillery. Okay, CDC out. Now there's another problem with this tank. It doesn't have a lot of ammo. So if you have a really good game, you can't run out of ammo. That's another problem this tank has. So this shot unfortunately didn't penetrate. But the next one I'm gonna try and aim it better. There we go. 313 with high explosives. That was a good roll. Anyway, guys, I hope you understood. I hope you understand how I play this tank, and I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope I helped you in playing this tank. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you on my next tutorials. Bye bye.